Shake it down. All right, baby.
Brandon. Good evening, graduates, parents, family, teachers, administrators, and staff. Welcome to the commencement ceremony for the class of 2013. Please rise as the Clayton JROTC presents the colors and remain standing as we salute the flag and the choir sings the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's fast gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated.
Order, arms. Right, ace. Forward, arch.
We can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Far behind here. Just one second.
Okay.
This might have been a good spot right there. That would have been a good one.
May 13.
I'll stand over here.
Alright. I'm not going to delay this any longer.
Right.
You know what? They can hear me, right? Yeah. I'm good.
Get out there to the mic.
I can hear you. This is called advancement and adjustment. You got to learn this in life, right? Want to go right here? Testing. Good evening, Mr. Lindemuth, the Clayton Board of Ed, Mayor Bianco, faculty, parents, friends, and of course, the senior class of 2013. Welcome to our graduation ceremony. This is a wonderful and special day in the lives of the students, and a proud and a very emotional one for the rest of us. For the students, graduation is a fitting recognition for everything they have worked so hard to achieve. The journey has not always been smooth. We see the struggle and the successes that each of you goes through. It is at times wonderful and frustrating. But your hard work has paid off. You should all be very proud. Students, I want to take a moment and recognize a very special group of people. This group has always been there for you. They ran behind you as they taught you how to ride a bike. On the first day of school, they walked you to the classroom and gave you a hug and told you everything would be all right. They spent countless hours helping with homework, taking you to practice, and volunteering at the school events. Students, please join me and give your parents a big round of applause for their efforts. There's another group of people that I want to thank. I know at close hand the quality and efforts of my teaching staff and administrative team. Former CEO Lee Iacocca once said about teachers, in a completely rational world, the best of us would be teachers and the rest of us would have to settle for something else. As principal of Clayton High School, I can honestly say to all of you that my staff is the best of us. I could not ask for a more dedicated group of professionals. They have a sixth sense as to when to help a student and when to push them to be their very best. They work hard every day to improve their professional standards, and every year we ask more, and every year they do more. Their enthusiasm, passion, and positive energy has made all the difference in their students' lives. At this time, I would like for all the faculty and administrators of Clayton Public Schools that are present here today to please stand and be recognized. I also would like to, you can be seated now. I would also like to recognize this year's retirees for their years of dedication to the children of Clayton. Mrs. Kegel, Mrs. Jacobson, and Mrs. Fortshaw have all touched the lives of countless students, and their professionalism is second to none. We wish you all well, health, and happiness in your retirement. It's a tremendous honor for me to stand before you today. Personally, I want to thank the class of 2013 for what you remind me every day, that I have been blessed with the greatest career that anyone could have, education at Clayton Public Schools. Over a century ago, the principal of Clayton High School, handed out the school's first diplomas. And so began our century of traditions. Clayton High School and its students have served in 2 world wars, survived the Great Depression, the Cold War, and the terrorist attacks of September 11th. We have celebrated our victories and have learned from our defeats. For over 100 years, the sons and daughters of Clayton High School have gone on to become doctors, lawyers, engineers, and entrepreneurs. They've served our nation and the community as police officers, firefighters, mayors, educators, and soldiers. Today, the class of 2013 will be joining the alumni of the past and carry the Clipper name into the future. Your challenges are great, but I am confident you are prepared to meet them. As you reflect upon your experiences at Clayton High School and prepare for the future in the world, understand and know that every action that you undertake impacts others. Your enthusiasm can be contagious and a powerful catalyst to all that surround you. I'd like to conclude my message with a quote from Dr. Seuss. You are off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on the way. On behalf of the faculty, support staff, and administration, I congratulate you. Personally, I would like to thank the class of 2013 for demanding the best from us every day. As you proceed to your mountain, remember that you will always be a Clipper for life. It's now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Lou Nolan. Lou Nolan is the voice of the Flyers at the Wells Fargo Center. He is the original Flyer, beginning with the team in 1967 as a public relations assistant. He is entering his 41st season of broadcasting at the Center and at the Spectrum, being recognized as the Dean of NHL in-house voices. Lou is said to have the best seat in the house, spending his time on the ice at the red line and in between penalty boxes. In his other life, Lou is the Senior Vice President of Shape Financial Services, an institutional investment group headquartered in Chicago. He lives in Penn Valley with his wife Ellen and has 2 children, Matt and Jeff. Please welcome the voice of the Flyers, Lou Nolan.
Thank you, Mr. Lindemuth, Mr. Kay, Mr. Antonelli, and my good friend Sharon Blutengerg for asking me here tonight. And congratulations to all of you Clippers for being named as New Jersey Interdistrict Choice School for 2013-2014. It's through your work. Please give yourselves a hand for this accomplishment. This is truly an evening of firsts. Me as a commencement speaker, and you as a listener, and a high school graduate. My bio sounds glamorous, you know. You got the NHL Flyers, Olympics, NBA, Final Four, but I do have a real job besides that. Where I stand, it means hard work. I'm an original Flyer broadcaster, 1967, 40 plus years, and it's really been a springboard to the other things in my life, but they've not happened by chance. Preparation has always been my thing. Let's talk about when it wasn't. I talk 50 or 60 times a year to 20,000 very loyal hockey fans at the Wells Fargo Center. Sometimes at center ice during ceremonies with TV minicams rolling. I'm sure some of you here have heard me and not thought a thing about it. It's just something that goes along with the Flyers game. But it was not always like that for me. I was deathly afraid of public speaking. In fact, in my high school freshman English class at Philadelphia's West Catholic, I just about froze whenever I was called in front of the class. But somehow I got through it. A few years later, I was announcing to the media on the Flyers press box phone, and then took over on the ice during the year of the first Stanley Cup. Timing is everything. People always ask me what strange and funny things happen down there in that little glass box on the ice where I work. Well, Down through the years, there have been lots of different things that have happened. Some taught me lessons. Many are curious, who are the real personalities that show up in the penalty box? Well, they are many. They are varied. Some are very talkative. Some never talk. Still others are very upset at the opposition or at the referee who put them there in the first place. The guy with the best personality these days, by far, and one of our favorites to have in the box, is Zach Ronaldo. Rhino, as he is called by his teammates, always has a greeting for us when he arrives. Sometimes after he fights, there are a few of those, he takes a few minutes to calm down and towel himself off. Before that, saying to us, "Hey guys, what's happening? How you doing?" This guy's a great guy. And Jody Shelley is another really good guy, as is another enforcer, Jay Rosehill. Maybe it's because they spend more time in the box, they're just more comfortable. Here's a Rosehill story. He and New York Rangers Aaron Asham, some of you may know that name, squared off late this past season. Heavyweight bout, one of the ones we wait for. We dropped the gloves, we're ready to watch. They finished to a draw and came to the penalty box. Rosehill's eye was swelling before our eyes. It started to blow up. A few minutes into the 5-minute major, Rosehill called over to Asham. "Hey, Ash." Called over to the other side. Asham said, "Yeah." He said, "Wow, that first punch was a rocket." And they both laughed about it. So there is honor between fighting guys. And remember the name Dave Schultz. Some of you may have heard that name. The Hammer. Well, Dave, a Flyers Hall of Famer, used to be difficult for referees and linesmen to control, and his ultra intensity carried over to the penalty box. We couldn't even talk to him. But off the ice, he's a pussycat, really, and that's honest. One thing that happens in the penalty box is worth repeating. Often, young players who are tough guys are looking to develop a reputation. They ask the opposing tough guy to fight, and they arrange to have it happen. When they're on together for a shift and opposite one another, they square off and they fight. They can't create a reason. Several times I've heard that young player, in a show of respect, actually thank the guy who just beat him up. There's respect amongst those tough guys. You say, "Thanks for the fight, I really appreciate it." The other guy says, "No problem." Every Halloween I get a Groucho nose and glasses. You've seen them at the stores at the mall. It's my costume. I got headsets on and all these things, so it's hard to really wear a costume. But I would if I could, I guess. And once I built it up so that the other guys in the box, the offensive, open the doors. There we go. Who opened the doors and keep the time could wear them too. We figured we'd make Sports Center. We did make Sports Center, and they got in a little trouble for it. I did. But in any event, there was a penalty. The Flyers' assistant coach, Craig Berube, got 5-minute major, and he's in the box. And about halfway through, he called over to me. Louie is my hockey name, not Lou. People all call me Louie. So he says, "Louie, Louie." I look over. He's sitting in the box in the middle of the 5-minute major with the nose and glasses on. So there's a lot that goes on there and a lot of hilarity. Good stuff. Kimo Timonen, Max Talbot, names you hear are really good people. So is Danny Briere, who I think will be headed out of Flyerdom through an amnesty clause. Wayne Simmons, Claude Giroux, very intense, but a terrific guy. One guy who's a little bit out there is goalie Ilya Bryzgalov. He got a rep during the time leading up to our Winter Classic 2 years ago at HBO's 24/7. And he was talking about the humongous universe and the cosmos and so forth. He is a cosmonaut. The guy is like out in left field, but then again, he's a goalie, so maybe we can forgive him. Sometimes I'm asked about the Stanley Cup. Well, these days they handle it with white gloves and they bring it out and they want to make sure that they don't get any fingerprints on it. Well, it wasn't like that before. Back when we won it twice, it was all different. We had it at Independence Hall to take a picture with the Liberty Bell, to photograph it, and it was in a trash bag belted into PR Director Joe Cadillac's front seat of his car. Well, we got it there, and the cops gave us a place to park. We brought it in, took the pictures with the cup, and I told the keeper of the cup, who was a guy named Lefty Reed, "That's where I work up there in that office, PSFS, the bank." Some of you may remember that. He said, "Oh," he says, "let's take it up." So put it back in the trash bag, and I took it to work. It was really, really cool. Cameras popped out everywhere. But now, it winds up in pools, winds up at the bottom of pools, winds up with shrimp dip in it, shrimps around it, hanging on the outside of it. But it is a great trophy. One story that I wanted to tell you about happened on September 22nd, 2001. Rangers versus Flyers preseason game. 11 days after the attack on the World Trade Center. Over 19,000 were there for an exhibition game. 19,000 sold out. We were honoring the military and first responders in New York City. The game was 2-2 after the second period, and the players went off right about 9 o'clock. President Bush came on to address the nation. The plan was to put it up on the board, the big board, center hung, and then move it to the televisions outside during the third period so we could play the game, televisions in the concourse. Well, right about when the players came back on the ice, they transferred it to the TVs outside, and the crowd just went crazy. They yelled, "Keep it on, keep it on, keep it on," with a chant. So a decision was made to put it up there and for the players to stop and wait a couple of minutes. Well, it turned into 45 minutes for them to wait until it was over. And when it was finished, the decision was made that, you know, this hockey game is a small part of what happened here tonight. So they canceled the third period of the exhibition game. And the players actually got up, went to center ice and shook hands with each other like they do after the Stanley Cup is won. So I hope we don't have to go through that again, but that sticks in my mind. Ladies and gentlemen, let's define a graduate. Merriam-Webster Dictionary says you, as graduates, are holder of an academic degree or diploma. But the Lou Nolan Dictionary sees it differently. You're a graduate. You've arrived here this evening as a result of hard work and not just classwork. How about the hard work versus outside distractions? Cell phone, social media, Facebook, tweets, Instagram. I don't have to tell your teachers. How about hard work versus the balance between family life and friends? Do you stay in? Do you go out? Do you go to the family function? Do you study? Are you in or are you out on school nights? How do you manage your life? How about hard work versus the constraints of time? Put off things and then cram? Boy, I've done that many, many times, and I'm sure many of you have done that. I'd ask for a show of hands, but all the hands would probably go up. And hard work versus the sometimes confusing curriculum. Math I got. I'm good at math. I do numbers in my head all the time, and the NHL clock counts backwards from 20, so I just have it in my head, and as soon as I see one number, the other one pops there. So I'm good there. Sciences, not so good. Foreign languages, really bad. So I had problems with the curriculum, but I managed to get through it, as you folks did, through work. For you, it's time to put high school in your rearview mirror, but have an appreciation of how your teachers have prepared you to enter this new world. Some will go to college full-time, or at night, like I did. Others, trade school. Still others will enter the workforce. All things that can be as scary as my first time before Mr. Sikorsky's freshman English class. So I realized the more I prepared for a task, the easier it became for me. I realized that work on the front end made it easier and more comfortable for me to perform. The key was work. So crowds don't scare me anymore, except you guys. I do get butterflies. I had them today. You can ask my wife Ellen about that on the way here. Also as I put these words together. But butterflies and anxiety before the red light goes on are a necessary thing for me. Let me tell you a story of my own overconfidence, how it rose up to really bite me in the butt. I broadcast the 1976 Soviet Red Army versus the Flyers at the Spectrum. It was broadcast to over 250 million people worldwide. I found out about that number the morning of the game. It scared me. It was a showdown between communism and capitalism. Broad Street Bullies versus the Soviet hockey machine. So I really did my prep. Legendary Flyers voice Gene Hart helped me with all my pronunciations, so names like Vyacheslav Sotolukin rolled off my tongue. And I did very well, even with lots of butterflies. I don't think I tried Mr. K's name right now. Thinking I was really hot stuff, a month later I did a Soviet versus USA tennis match. I didn't prepare. Figured it would be easy. Well, you can guess how bad I was. The players on both teams laughed at me, laughed out loud as I tried to pronounce their names. I was mortified, learned my lesson. It will never happen again. Then the penalty box gives me lots of laughs too. One time a Flyers forward, Damon Lankow, provided one. He was called for a penalty for high sticking. It happened when the player slashed him. He lost his stick. It flew through the air. It hit one of the opposition in the head. The referee called Lankow for the penalty. He had nothing to do with it. He came down. He sat in the box. He said, "What am I going to do?" So after a while, I asked him. I said, "How did that happen?" He looked at me, deadpanned, Jedi mind trick. So you have prepared to be here tonight. Will your name be added to New Jersey's finest that have grown up around you? Are you the next Kelly Ripa or a businessman like Dave Thomas at Wendy's? Will you play basketball like Clayton's own Granger Hall, 13-year professional basketball player? Maybe you'll change the world like Thomas Edison, act like Bruce Willis, love his stuff, hit, catch, and run like Mike Trout from up the road, run like Carl Lewis, but not sing like him, or drive like Martin Truex in NASCAR, or enter one of the most important professions, be a teacher, like your favorites here that are sitting on that side. Just be a solid citizen. It's very important. Speaking at Stanford University commencement, Steve Jobs, founder of Apple, said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. And most of all, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition. I say be yourself. Never stop working and preparing, and you will be successful." And some are more accomplished than I said. The brightness of many stars we see in the sky is extinguished long before the light actually reaches Earth. Your brightness, Clayton, high school graduates, is just beginning to illuminate. Enjoy your summers and have great years ahead. Thank you.
All right, let's try this again. At this time, I'd like to ask our cum laude student, Jenna Tortor, to come up and give her speech reflecting on the past.
Hello. I would like to thank the administration and my family. A special thank you to my mom. I wouldn't be who or where I am today without her.
Whoops.
He saw me. He was all the way down there. I was all the way across. He was like, he kept saying hi until like I reached him.
Most students stand before their graduating class and speak of the mere 4 years of high school that they have shared together. However, here at Clayton High School, we are granted a unique experience. In fact, we are not merely Clayton High School's graduating class of 2013, but we are a family. a family that was initially formed with our kindergarten class. Just 13 years ago, we were walking through the double doors of Herman Simmons Elementary School for our first day at kindergarten, glancing around at the various unfamiliar faces that surrounded us. At this moment, innocence enveloped us all. We knew nothing of the long journey ahead of us or of the vitality of that moment itself. We soon came to realize that we were at the bottom of the totem pole. As a class, we conquered elementary school and experienced our 6th grade graduation. We were stripped of our previous ignorance from our kindergarten days, and were now understanding the reward we were actually striving for, our diplomas. However, it all seemed so immensely distant to us 6th graders. We still had middle school to conquer, filled with an abundance of awkward phases, impossible locker combinations, gross school lunches, and relentless teachers. However, somehow, each and every one of us managed to prosper, and we were soon headed toward our freshman year of high school, where we could finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. To us freshmen, graduation appeared to be immensely far away, but we were incessantly warned by our devoted teachers that these 4 years would fly by and to enjoy high school while it lasts. Who would have ever thought our teachers would actually be right? Now those 4 years are actually over, and we may obtain from the past is the intangible memories that we may cherish and withhold forever. For instance, who can ever forget homecoming and Spirit Week, all beginning with the building of our class float every year, which I will admit were never the most flawlessly constructed monuments and definitely never exemplified perfection like Mr. Venuta's classes always seemed to. But they were always unique. Between chutes and ladders, Finding Nemo, A Bug's Life, and Hair, each float managed to portray the enthusiasm and effort we put into them. However, our class's effort was never solely directed towards the float, and we always managed to make memories elsewhere. From attending our freshman orientation all the way to watching the crowning of prom king and queen, we successfully experienced our 4 years of high school together. However, somewhere in the midst of it all, we also learned to make all the little events memorable. Attending countless football games, witnessing the remodel of our high school, decorating for the pep rallies, attending late-night float meetings, planning implausible senior pranks, and powering through our piles of assignments, even though, at the time, it was the struggle. But subsequently, all of these events throughout high school led us to what we have been anxiously awaiting since freshman year, senior trip. Nevertheless, I must admit that we are not the luckiest class, and we do seem to bring the curse of the unlucky 13 wherever we go. Thus, experiencing torrential downpours for 5 days straight on our senior trip was just our luck. But not even Mother Nature could attempt to ruin our Disney experience as a class. From huddling under umbrellas watching Magic Kingdom's firework display over the castle, to standing in our dorky ponchos watching Illuminations at Epcot together, all the way to sitting for over an hour in the pouring rain in anticipation of the Fantasmic show that was inevitably canceled due to poor weather conditions. Regardless, senior trip was definitely a highlight to our class's senior year, but similar to our 4 years together in high school, it came and went within a blink of an eye. In fact, our class was so distraught over coming back to reality, also known as high school, that a certain someone even managed to make sure we postponed our arrival home by claiming to have left their carry-on bag on the airplane. Thank you for making half the class wait on a cold school bus, smelling Tommy's day-old Chinese, while the other half snuggled into their own beds at home. All these memories were leading us to this exact moment, graduation day, where we are now seated amongst each other, awaiting to be informed that our hard work has finally paid off. But first, one must look around at their surrounding classmates. No, it is implausible to call them all your best friend, but it is inevitable that you know every single graduate personally. Whether this classmate came later on during our progression, they are inevitably an imperative member of our family. Thank them. And at the same time, I sincerely thank all of you, because I understand that you are my backbone, and without you, our family would no longer be the same. Congratulations, class of 2013.
that was grace under pressure. Good job, Jenna. I now would like to bring up our class salutatorian, Annalise Culp, with her speech remembering our presidents.
Hello. I would like to thank the administration and my family. A special thank you to my mom. I wouldn't be who or where I am today without her. Thank you for always being by my side. Also, thank you to my brother and grandmom who have always been here for me. The most wonderful, most prestigious, and most astonishing day of my life was on November 12, 2009. It was pouring down rain and freezing to the point where I couldn't feel my fingers. Standing on that soccer field, we knew Clayton was the underdog, as we usually are, yet this time was different. This group of girls knew what we could accomplish and knew that it was Clayton's turn to rise to the top. Through the countless hours of pain, heart, and hard work, the girls' 2009 soccer team went down in history. We accomplished the impossible, something very few thought that we could do. We were South Jersey Group 1 champions for the first time in school's history, proving that Clayton is so much more than just a small town. Helping accomplish something this stupendous only 3 months into high school, I knew our class was going to make a huge impact on Clayton. This title marked the beginning of the unbelievable triumphs that were yet to come for our class. Just the next year, the girls' soccer team won the Tri-County Conference Classic Division again, and in the spring, the girls' track team won the division for the first time ever. Continuing this success, both the boys' and girls' track team won the division our junior year, both going undefeated. In 2012, the wrestling team won the first ever District 29 title. This year, the wrestlers also won the Diamond Division Tri-County title. Titles like this don't often come around in Clayton, let alone all of them in a matter of 4 years. I think it's safe to say that we have definitely made our mark athletically. Not only have we made tremendous athletic accomplishments, we have made history in the arts too. This year, we helped put on what was said to be the best high school play Clayton has ever seen. The Friday night show of Hairspray was completely sold out, the first time that has happened in over 20 years. I will never forget the look on Mrs. Mickles' face when we received our first standing ovation. Hairspray brought excitement to Clayton and was the talk of the town, proving that Little Drama Club can put on an incredible performance as well as any other school. Many of our seniors were the reason the show was so successful, one that will not be forgotten for a very long time. The class of 2013 has also been one to stand out academically. During our past 4 years here, we have helped contribute to some great academic accomplishments. In both 2010 and 2012, we were awarded a bronze medal by the U.S. News and the World Report as one of the top high schools in the nation. In 2011, the Star-Ledger, the largest newspaper in the state, selected our school as the best small school in the state. As a whole, we have excelled in academics, from multiple students getting A's in honors calculus to the top 3 in the class all having GPAs well over 100. One of the greatest accomplishments our class has contributed to is not one that is widely recognized. No awards, banners, or titles were given out, but sometimes it's the smallest actions that make the largest differences. Our class has been the first to truly interact with the multiply disabled class regularly. Quite a few of us have played games with them, done science experiments with them, and simply visited them in their classroom. There is absolutely nothing better than seeing their faces light up with joy when we pass them in the hallway. Their excitement and laughter melts my heart, knowing that we bring them so much happiness. There really is no greater accomplishment than knowing our presence and time with them has helped these kids improve. The class of 2013 is different here at Clayton High School. Countless times I have heard the underclassmen say that we wish we wouldn't leave. and that it is not something commonly said. I truly feel that this is the closest the school has been in a long time. Our class has not looked down on anyone, whether they were little freshmen or advancing juniors. Multiple times this year, people from every grade have all hung out together. This is the first time in high school I have experienced everyone being so close. Our class has included and welcomed the underclassmen, allowing the school to even feel more like a big family. I believe us seniors being so close has given our experiences that much more meaning. We have gone through everything together, most of us since kindergarten. It's going to be so strange not seeing classmates' faces that I have seen every day since I was 5 years old. That's what makes Clayton so special. We have been together for so long in such a close-knit community that we sincerely are a family. I am honored to be part of such a prestigious class. We truly have gone down in history together and will not soon be forgotten. About half of the banners are in the gym have been hung because of us. The best days of my life have been during high school, whether it was winning the South Jersey Championship or simply spending time with our multiply disabled friends. We truly have accomplished more than thought possible in these past 4 years. We astounded the town of Clayton and gave our high school a more respected reputation. The memories and achievements we have made will stay with us forever, bringing pride and joy whenever we look back on them. I will never forget anything we have experienced together. I will remember each and every one of you for the rest of my life. We have made our mark here on Clayton High School, and that is the greatest accomplishment of all.
Now I'd like to ask our class of 2013 valedictorian to come up and give her speech. Taylor Reed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, teachers and administrators. I would like to start off by thanking all of the people that helped us, the class of 2013, get to where we are today. I would like to thank all of the teachers that believed in us and continually went that extra mile to assist us when we struggled. I would also like to thank all the staff here at Clayton High School. The maintenance employees, cafeteria workers, and office staff all helped make Clayton High School a second home for all of us. Mr. Lindenmuth has made a strong contribution in his first years here at Clayton, and a special thanks to Mr. Bryan, who served as our superintendent for our first 3 years. And finally, I would like to thank the heart and soul behind Clayton High School, our principal, Mr. K, and our vice principal and athletic director, Mr. Antonelli. These two men have brought an immense amount of positive energy to our fine school, and for this, we, the class of 2013, thank you. Today is a turning point in each of our lives. We have spent the past 4 years wandering the halls of our school, and now we are ready to move forward with our lives, to embark on a new journey, to make our mark in the world. We have loved, laughed, learned, and yes, even gotten into some trouble now and then. But most of all, we have matured together. However, today I am not going to reminisce and dwell on the past. Instead, I would like to look forward into our future. So in looking into the bright horizon that is our future, I am optimistic. In our lifetime, we have seen an immense amount of change. Cell phones were in their infancy as we came into this world, and now they have more capability than the most advanced computers did when we began our educational journey some 13 years ago. We have seen the first African American president. We have seen cars that are able to park themselves and GPS devices that are able to navigate us around the world. We have seen the invention of the iPod and Kindle, along with the creation of the fourth most visited website on the internet, YouTube. Information is being shared in this world faster than ever due to the use of wireless internet and the endless amount of social media. Our generation has witnessed an amazing boom of new inventions, innovations, and advances, but as I stand here and look upon my fellow talented classmates, I know this is just the beginning. What change will we be a part of? Will our generation elect the first woman president? Will we find the cure for cancer? Will we be the generation that takes global energy use seriously and finds a clean, safe source of fuel that helps curb global warming? Will we invent devices that will assist our doctors in saving more lives than ever before? Will we change the world? As with every generation, the world is facing many new and complex problems that seem to grow more threatening with each new generation. We need to be the agents of change. We need to stand up and help make this community, county, state, country, and world a better place for generations to come. We need to see ourselves as we are, global citizens. I have no doubt that we are capable of partaking in such a movement, making a real impact and truly contributing to the betterment of society as a whole. I know that we can and will do it. After we graduate tonight, we no longer have to let society happen to us. We get to create our own. Life is a series of passageways, and we are leaving one and moving on to the next. Now is the time to look ahead. The future is ours. This Clayton High School class of 2013 will make a difference in this world. We have proven over the past 4 years that we, as a unit, are strong, confident, and willing to meet even the most difficult of challenges. As we leave our home here at Clayton High School, many of us are filled with an array of emotions. There is anxiety, apprehension, excitement, and of course, elation. We survived high school. Next year, each of us will travel down a different road, moving on to a new destination. As we travel far and wide, we will never forget our roots and how it all began here at Clayton High. We will make this world a better place, maybe not by making millions of dollars, but by spreading compassion, sharing knowledge, and helping others. We will start over. Some of us will head straight into the workforce, some will go on to college and institutions of higher learning, while many of our class have embraced the JROTC program here at Clayton High School, planning to serve our wonderful nation as a member among one of its various military branches. I would like to extend a special thank you to all those brave and courageous graduates here tonight, as well as any other in attendance this evening that have served or plan to serve our country so bravely as there is no more noble pursuit. Thank you. In fact, if all military veterans, active duty, and future enlistees could please stand and be recognized. We would like to take a moment and express our heartfelt gratitude for your service and dedication to this great nation. As we move forward, each of us will take with us memories, experiences, and knowledge that will enable us to achieve great things and making lasting impact wherever we go. We will meet new people, make new friends, and learn new things. We will grow older, more responsible, and independent. We are about to traverse the unmapped expanse that is our future. Hereafter, our lives will hold many unexpected challenges for us, but I'm sure that we will approach each one with the courage, confidence, and composure necessary to overcome any obstacle hindering our journey toward success. The unknown of our future may seem frightening and somewhat intimidating now, looming over us like a dark thundercloud. But after any storm, when the clouds have moved away, there is sunshine, and perhaps even a rainbow. lighting up the day and giving us new hope for the brighter days ahead. So as I gaze upon the bright horizon that is my future, I am enthusiastic to begin my journey. And although along this amazing adventure there is sure to be sadness and heartbreak, I am confident there will always hold great joy, indomitable love, and profound success. The same confidence holds true for my fellow classmates, as I know they too will embark on a similar journey filled with life's many ups and downs. So don't look back and regret, my friends. Look forward and smile. The future is ours. Congratulations and God bless the Clayton High School Class of 2013.
Congratulations on your graduation from Clayton High School. It has truly been a pleasure to watch you grow from annoying teenagers to ambitious adults. You have made the last few years memorable with your smiling faces, expressive ideas, rambunctious behavior, and charming sense of humor. Many of you have made lasting memories that you will be able to smile and reflect on in the future. I thank you for the memories you have given me. Being your advisor has made my job as your teacher even more fun, adventurous, and special over the last few years. I have truly enjoyed getting to know all of you and watching you mature into adulthood. You will soon come to realize that your experiences at Clayton High School are now a reflection of what you made of it. Never forget the fun times, selling endless hot dogs at football games, long nights decorating for homecoming, dancing at the prom, and of course, the senior trip. There's an old saying that goes, when it rains on your parade, look up rather than down, because without the rain, there would be no rainbow. For me, the senior trip showed your true colors. Instead of complaining about the endless rain, you embraced it. On a more personal note, I have to say that many of you have impressed me with the way you have embraced my family. The fact that my daughter Amelia thinks you are all her friends is a true testament of the kind of people you really are. I would have never thought you would have taken the time to want to play with her, but not only did you do just that, you showed how much you cared by your emails and cards when I was in the hospital having surgery a few months ago. I am sad that my next child due this summer will not have the opportunity to bond with many of you as Amelia has. This class will be remembered. I mean, who could ever forget teaching students like Perk, Donnie, and Brandon? And without students like Courtney and Alicia to lighten the mood with their funny questions, would we have laughed as much in class? I don't think so. It has been a pleasure teaching all of you, and I am so very proud of each and every single one of you. I thank you for the memories you have given me these last 4 years. And I want you to know that I truly do believe in all of you, that all of you have the potential to do something extraordinary and successful with the rest of your lives. Thank you.
My turn. It is not often in this profession that a person has the unique opportunity of teaching the same students for up to 4 years. Being the high school Spanish teacher, it allows me to have this particular pleasure. It allowed me to watch these young men and women grow from awkward freshmen to self-confident seniors. Not only did I see you strolling through the hallways, but I also was privy to your trials and tribulations while in the classroom. Those of you that I did not have in class, I was able to get to know better during our senior trip. Who can forget Mr. Flaky in the airport, who we named, who we named our Clipper of the Month. How will we ever forget the rain, the ponchos, and the puddles? Through it all, your spirit and fortitude allowed for a great time. It leaves a bittersweet taste about watching you grow and mature. Of course, as teachers, we want and expect this of you. However, as parents and nurturers, we don't want it to happen so fast. Your accomplishments become ours, and we take pride in every smile and high five you deliver. The past 4 years have sped by. This class of graduates has made me smile and cry. They are tears of joy, laughter, and just plain emotion. It is with great pleasure and honor that I watch you move forward towards your dreams. It is with great pride and admiration that I know that this class will keep Clayton in their hearts and in their minds and make us all proud to say, we knew you when. Thank you and congratulations.
Good evening. Graduates, parents, Clayton Public School administration, faculty, members of the Board of Education, and members of the community. I would like to take a moment to recognize some of the achievements of the class of 2013. First of all, many of our graduates here today will be attending some of the best colleges and universities. Schools such as Monmouth University, University of Minnesota, St. Joseph's University, Temple University, and the College of St. Elizabeth will have the honor of having Clayton graduates walk their hallways this fall. I would like to take a moment to congratulate all the students who will be attending 2- and 4-year colleges and universities this fall. Will those students please stand at this time to be recognized? There are also many graduates who will be attending various forms of continuing education in the fall, such as technical and trade schools, apprenticeships, and military training. Will these students please stand at this time to be recognized? I am happy to report that collectively our students were offered $1,065,175 in scholarship money this year. I would like to take a moment to recognize a few of these awards. The Frank S. Flowers Foundation Scholarship is awarded to the top 10 seniors in the amount of $500 each. Please stand as I call your name. Brandon Bicking, Tyler Brown, Catherine Burgess, Kathleen Connolly, Annalise Culp, Julie Fagan, Brooke Landis, Miranda Myers, Taylor Reed, and Jenna Tornator. The Clayton Kiwanis Tuition Scholarship is offered to a senior planning to further his or her education at the college level, has excelled academically, and has demonstrated strong community involvement. This annual scholarship is in the amount of $2,000 a year for 4 years, provided the student continues in good academic standing. This year, the Clayton Kiwanis Tuition Scholarship recipient is Jenna Tornator. The NJ Stars Scholarship Program covers the cost of tuition and approved fees at Gloucester County College for the students ranked in the top 15% of their class. This year, Clayton High School will have the following students participating in the NJ Stars program: Kathleen Connolly, Julie Fagan, Brooke Landis, Miranda Myers. Finally, I would like to congratulate all of the students of the class of 2013. You have accomplished one of many goals in your life. Now go forward, be happy, be successful, and make Clayton High School proud. Thank you.
Mr. Lindemuth. At this time, I'd like to present to you for certification the class of 2013. On behalf of the Board of Education, it's my honor and privilege to accept and present the Clayton High School class of 2013.
Stephen Nathanson. Brandon Bicking. Sion Ricardo Reed. Trey Jaworski. Ryan Santangelo. Dominic Pipetti. Demento Isaiah Rowe Aiken. Curtis Tyrone Carr Jr.
Crystal Marie Seitz. Taylor Michelle Reed.
Amen. Yeah, all right, man.
Tyler Laramie Brown. Love you, sweetheart. Julia Fagan. Courtney Mirioni. Jenna Marie Tornator. Ashley Lynn Smith. Sedim Adiabu. Taylor Monet Fox.
That's okay.
Dean Laspada, Vaughn Sylvester Price, Zachary Thomas Freeman, Nicholas Fabrizio, Dale Richard Keene Jr., Amin Demir Allah Bird, William Charles Millward III, Sarah Caitlin Milligan, Esma Yardim, Jada Marie Paul, Miranda Madeline Myers, Alicia Nicole Reuter, Megan Louise Lofink, Kathleen Elizabeth Connolly,
Are you gonna take a picture? Alicia! I did it. You did it.
Everything she could. About anything. She could.
Picture eyeball. Take a picture of her eyeball.
Caleb Yondo. Scott Julio. Corey Jacobs. Randy Harris. Troy Jones Riggs.
I take the picture of
Dylan Savage. Sean Dunn.
Perfect. I was Stacy. Cheese. I take a picture of Mr. Faith.
Jessica Elizabeth Smith. Hannah Grace Gerkensmeyer. Brittany Nicole Hughes. Alexis Smith. Sarah Pizzo. Rebecca Clayton. Rebecca Wilson.
And pick y'all back up, right?
I won't hurt you. Stop. I will find you. I will find you. It's right.
Sean A. Johnson. J. S. Nichol. Thomas Garcia. Josiah Kenyatta. Latona. Marta Rose Detzel. Renee Blarski. Catherine Burgess.
Time to get over here to style. Someone else. So on this one. I don't see any videos out of that. That's a damn money.
Robert Cox. Brian Wilson. Donnie Tucker. Shaileek DeAndre Hanna. Gabriel Yusuf Sastry. Purcell Sterling Downs III.
Well, I could have got a good picture.
Darren Patrick Jones.
Johnny!
Karan Rowe.
You got it? You got it.
Ashley Lynn Redmond. Ashley Hanby. Jessica Roll. Kayla Lynn Marie Mendez. Brianna Lavelle Turner. Tadeja Lewis Baker. Deandra Holly Mastermaker. Letitia Monique Havelo.
I missed that at Alexis because I put mine away and I was proving fail. He said it was an epic fail.
I'll see what I get.
Huh?
I'll see what I get.
Stop!
The class of 2013 has donated a sum of money to be used to purchase additional pole banners to show our school pride and much needed equipment for the weight room. We hope that the students here will continue to strive for excellence in all they do.
On behalf of the Clayton of 2013, I would like to present the key to the school to Tim Lemishuk, the president of the class of 2014. I hope you will continue to uphold the traditions that have been set and continue to show Clipper spirit as you head into your senior year.
I accept the key to the school on behalf of the class of 2014. Congratulations to the graduates. We wish you the best of luck in all you do.
Great night to be a Clipper. It really is.
Clipper! Yeah, go, bro.
I want to congratulate all the family, friends, visitors who came back for graduation, but a special congratulations to our Clayton High School class of 2013. Can we give them a round of applause? I want to thank everybody who was involved with graduation, Mr. Antonelli, Mr. Lucianis, the entire staff, and the choir, our speakers, ladies, did an awesome job. Can we give them a round of applause as well? And obviously we want to thank our staff for coming back and being part of this and being so instrumental for our students. You guys did it. I mean, or did you really do it? When I think about that, I stop and think and say, well, you're not really done. When you say that, it sounds like you're finished, it's all done, nothing to worry about. Really, you just stepped on the next step in the process, another phase in life. I'd like to say that our purpose in school is to prepare you guys for the opportunities of the future. And you think about the future, some of those things you don't really know what's out there just yet. One of the speeches this evening talked about cell phones. Go home after graduation, ask mom and dad about a cell phone. You have to think back 18, 20 years ago. And the cell phone that you have now in your pocket looks nothing like the cell phones that came out then. Some of them may have had a bag phone, a car phone that you had, about the size of a laptop case. Some of your purses, you plugged it into the lighter. You were cool because that was your cell phone back then. Now you have a cell phone that not only does your voice messages, your emails, your text messages, gives you GPS, and also pull up a graduation speech so that you can read it at graduation. So we think, and I know our staff's done a great job preparing you for the future. Mom and Dad have done a lot to prepare you for the future. Big things, little things, things that were quick and easy, some that took a long time. Potty training for some of you. For some of you, it was a long weekend with a mayonnaise jar and you were potty trained. For others of you, it was a couple years with plastic sheets on the bed and you finally got there. What you got there? Now what are you going to do? Because this is really the first time in your life that it's really up to you. We're going to support you. Mom and Dad are going to support you. They're going to give you advice whether you ask for it or not. But it's still up to you. I know what I hope you do. I hope you attack this challenge. the next phase of our life. I hope you rise to the occasion. I hope you embrace the challenge. Tonight you're graduating high school. Are we proud of you? Of course we are. We're very proud of you. We're proud of who you are. We're even prouder of who and what you will become. Yeah, it's a great night to be a part. May God bless you all and have a smile upon you. And may God bless the class of 2013. Congratulations.